of the Moderna vaccine for children under 18. Stay with 680 News for more on this developing story.
Now it's time for the Dynamic Hunt's Mark Camille. Let's go live to the business center. Morning, Mike. He's got the morning. Good morning, Sarah. We're off to the race.
We are on our trip to the Kleinburg, Ontario. It's probably like a 50 minutes drive. I will drive to the highway 400 by Green Lane, Bathurst, Davis Drive or Highway 9 and turn on the Major Mackenzie to get to Kleinburg. Okay, let's start and enjoy our driving. Just left my home. Just left. See you in 50 minutes.
Has fewer than 1,000 inside because of threats.
Так, ми їдемо у містечко, яке називається Kleinburg. Німецька назва. Це десь 45 хвилин їзди. От. По живописній місцевості Південного Онтаріо. Зараз я зупиняюся на стоп. Зупинився. Поїхали далі. Добре, включаю радіо.
Now, Naomi Osaka was her first match in tennis pushed back to tomorrow. There are rumors she may be involved in the torch lighting, maybe. The ceremony continues. The action revs up tonight. The men's road races, cycling, rowing heats, women's tennis, singles and doubles, lots going on. Meanwhile, the Jays open a 3-game series against the Mets. Even Max faces his former team at 7 o'clock on Sportsnet 5 nights of Advantage Sportsnet 1. The Cleveland baseball team announcing they will be the Guardians, no longer the Indians, as of next season. It's round 1 of the NHL draft tonight. Owen Power expected to go first to Buffalo. That is wide open. 8 o'clock on Sportsnet. Sports 15 and 45 past every hour or any time. Sportsnet.ca/590.
An alfalfa kiwi kale smoothie can bump up your energy. A good pair of lungs can bump up your air mattress. And a little flattery can bump up your confidence. Oh, you. But if you want to pump up your savings, you'll need to get in on Journey Rewards. With Journey Rewards, you save 7 cents a liter when you fill your tank at participating Ultramar and Pioneer locations. Plus, save 3 cents per liter on every fill up when you pay with your linked CIBC card. Visit an Ultramar or Pioneer station and join Journey Rewards today to bump up your savings. Program terms and conditions apply. Visit journey.ca for more details.
Hi, I'm Sherry Depp, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. In 25 years, our mission has never changed. Attract the best eye surgeons from around the world. Support them with the most advanced technology. Treat our patients with caring, kindness, and respect. And give them the finest vision correction possible. Find out what's possible for you. Google Herzig Eye Institute. Call us station. There's no charge. Look after yourself. Promise me.
680 News Time, 9:48.
Well, person in John has been hit by a GO train early this morning west of the city. GO Transit says it was the 525 Lakeshore West train that struck and killed a person just east of Aldershot Station. Service on that line has been impacted all morning for the police investigation.
Radio.
Please try again. Cancelled. The Kingdom and elsewhere.
Turn on radio.
Tuning to satellite Med Opera Radio.
Call Julieta Zorniak.
Calling Julieta Zorniak. To end the call, press the phone button on the steering wheel. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Delilah and his duty to his people at the end of Act 1 of Samson et Dalila by Camille Saint-Saëns. We're hearing a Met performance from December 26, 1964. Our cast includes Jess Thomas, Irene Dallas, and Gabrielle Baquier, and our conductor, Georges Pret. Irene Dallas, or Delilah, was one of the most valued mezzo-sopranos on the Met roster for 19 seasons, but she sang Delilah here only 4 times. In 1984, after her retirement from the stage, she founded the San Jose Opera in her hometown in California. Tenor Jess Thomas's Met career spanned 21 years. The New York Times said that as Samson, the tall tenor from Rapid City, South Dakota, looks as though he could tear lions to pieces. Mr. Thomas appeared in over 100 Met performances and was best known for his Wagnerian roles. In Act 2, Delilah is urged on by the high priest to seduce Samson and learn the secret of his strength. She prays for help from the goddess of love and then enchants Samson, singing to him, "Mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix," my heart opens to your voice. Samson lets slip that his hair is the secret to his power. As he lies helpless in Delilah's arms, Philistine soldiers come and arrest him. In the second act, we'll hear Irene Dallas as Delilah, Gabrielle Baquier as the High Priest, and Jess Thomas as Samson. Georges Pret conducts this Metropolitan Opera broadcast of Samson and Delilah from December 26, 1964.
Travelers, we've got northbound Highway 11 construction at Oro Line 10. The right lane is blocked, so delays begin at Line 8. We'll have full Cottage Country coming up in the 10 o'clock hour. On city streets, crash in East Gwillimbury. Queensville side road was blocked west of Leslie because of a collision. Crews on the scene. For a limited time, lease a 2021 NX 300 premium package at 1.9% with payments from $198 and delivery credits of $4,000. See Lexus at Oakville.ca. Next report at 10:01 and with the extended forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Gorgeous day for us today. Lots of sunshine, guaranteed high 27 degrees. Mainly clear through the evening, 17 for the low. Could get some showers though overnight. And then heads up for the rain tomorrow afternoon into the evening. We could get some thunderstorms that could be severe. This Saturday night with very strong gusty wind. The high tomorrow 26 will feel like 33. Sunday, the better day of the weekend. Sun and cloud, just a slight chance of wet weather. It will be humid though. 30, feeling like 38. For today, the guaranteed high 27.
Downtown Toronto right now, lots of sunshine out there. 21 degrees in Pearson, mostly clear and 20.
Hi, Steve again. Pam, one of the factors that everyone is dealing with these days are some serious supply
delivery on almost everything. Lock, stock, and sofa. We're back. Pay no tax, plus 1 year with no interest in all of our great stores. You're listening to 680 News.
A lot of Kanye West fans stayed up late in order to be the first to hear the rapper's new album, Donda.
Алло.
Санечка, ти дзвонив?
Це я телефон провіряв. Тут інтересно, тут така кнопка є. Можна і сказати, кому дзвонити. Ще прелість.
Ага. Ну, хорошо.
Значить що? Я ще раз тобі нагадую. В банк позвони до цього, назначи апоймент. І Форд мені теж позвони вище і скажи їм Kleinburg. Будь ласка, зроби це. І третє, будь ласка, ще якийсь день подивись погоду на тому тижні, щоб ми поїхали туди за 3 часа, подивилися на Клірвуд.
Окей.
Ти мені кажи, бо твоє окей, воно нічого не значить. Ти мені кажи...
Окей, okay, I have a meeting. You call and like all of a sudden. I was in the call when you called. And I have call now. I understand you. Bye.
Financing for the 24-month on all Audi certified plus vehicles. Schedule an appointment today at 1635 to Queensway or visit AudiQueensway.ca. Drive well, drive safe.
And if the William Ashley Warehouse Sale wasn't already the most exciting shopping event ever, imagine how exciting it will be this time. William Ashley's first ever summer warehouse sale ends this Sunday. Make up for lost shopping time. 25,000 square feet with over 20 departments and over 200 brands. Save up to 80% on tableware, kitchenware, home decor, and so much more. Celebrate shopping at the William Ashley Warehouse Sale on 11 Greenview Road, Highway 400 in Langstaff.
16 News at 9:56.
Now the Committee News Business Report. Here's Mike Ethel.
Hey, Sarah, good morning. We're looking at the markets into, well, almost the record books of the early trade this morning as we're in the Friday session, and the market's quickly forgetting about that Monday sell-off at the start of the week. The Dow Jones up for a fourth session here. It's been about 35,000 for a couple of minutes at least, and up 130 right now, 34,950. The TSX getting a further lift from Shopify, which yesterday cleared $2,000 per share for the first time, and this morning up another $25 at 1,028. Constellation Software close behind at 1,927. Betting stocks are up. That group is up 0.6%, and the TSX up 62 points at 20,160. Air Canada reported earnings. Another money-losing quarter. $1.17 billion of revenue for the airline in the second quarter of the year, even as revenue jumped from the year-over-year comparables. At the same time, Air Canada says it refunded almost $1 billion worth of tickets to customers that applied for that from the pandemic shutdown after Air Canada did reach that deal bailout cash from the federal government in the past few months. Air Canada also saying that tourism and travel should be bouncing back in the second quarter, so better times are ahead. Investors, though, not buying in right now, still down 17 cents to $24.89 per share. Wall Street, as mentioned, is on pace here for a 4-day rally. The tech sector is taking the early lead. Looking at shares of Twitter this morning, climbing. Twitter had a revenue generation was up. Daily users north of 300 million. The stock's up $1.12 at $70.58. Then we've got Snap Inc., which had another money-losing quarter, but it too is seeing big-time revenue and daily user increases. And Snap Inc. is up $15.78 per share. Canadian retail spending was, well, weak in the month of May. Not a surprise with pandemic restrictions in place. Retail spending, according to StatsCan, was down 2.1%. StatsCan on retail spending for June up 1%. Dollar at 79.41 is down 1%. Oil is down at 71.64 and gold down $5.18. TSX up 58, Dow's up 100. In the Business Center, I'm Mike Ethel.
An instant crossword story. Victoria had a reminiscent holiday in Trinidad and Tobago. She walked along beaches and enjoyed a guided tour. Details on makegoodfood.ca.
Now, 6 City News regional weather conditions for Hickory Dickory Decks. Celebrating over 30 years of custom decks and happy customers. Hickory Dickory Decks offers a wide selection of boat maintenance decking. Enjoy life outdoors. Visit decks.ca.
Newmarket, sunny, 19 degrees. Milton, a few clouds, 20. Downtown Toronto, sunny at 21. The News Watch never stops. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 10 o'clock.
Toronto's number one for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News.
It's Friday, July 23rd. Good morning, I'm Scott Burnett.
And I'm Sarah Paris. Here's what's making news this hour.
Tokyo's pandemic-delayed 2020 Olympic Games begin today with the opening ceremony in a largely empty stadium and in a city struggling with a surge of COVID-19 infections.
Health officials in Europe are recommending the approval of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine for use in kids 12 to 18.
You can once again take in the best view in the city. The CN Tower now open for business for the first time since last summer.
The Sabres select first in tonight's NHL draft. Tokyo kicks off its Olympic Games with the opening ceremonies, and the Blue Jays visit the Mets. Sports at 15.
A winning day and what has been a winning week for North American market. Shares in Twitter get an upgrade, and retail sales data in Canada not as bad as expected. Business at 26.
680 News Time, 10:01.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones with the guys on your drive. Kyle Hucking.
This report brought to you by Simply Financial. We still have problems on the westbound 401 west of Leslie and the Express. The left lane is blocked off. The view I have of this is not the clearest, but I can tell that really not much has changed here. We have a number of vehicles involved, lots of tows and emergency crews on scene, and it is heavy on the west 401 from Kennedy to west of Leslie, both in the Express and collector lanes. The collector's not quite as slow, but the problem's in the Express up ahead. But they're still quite busy as well. The good news is that's your only stretch of volume. It's busy between Kennedy and Leslie, but otherwise the west 401's not bad. Eastbound 401 is slow approaching Highway 25 to the 407. East of Winston Churchill to east of Mississauga Road. Watch out for crews on the ramp to Renforth. Left lane blocked for maintenance, but no delay there. Does get busy 427 to the 400 Express and collectors, and east to the 400 to Kiel Express. And then it's quite busy from Yonge to Leslie Express and collectors, with traffic slowing due to the visual distraction of the cleanup on the westbound side. We've got southbound 404 down Valley volume, Finch to south of Lawrence once again after problems by Shepherd cleared. All that volume is joined up again to become one long stretch. And then it's busy northbound down Valley approaching Edwards into York Mills. And as far as the QE Gardner goes, we just have eastbound delays on this route, east to Bronte to Ford Drive, Huron Ontario to Dixie, delay over the Humber Bridge, and then Spadina to the Jarvis ramp. We had a collision in East Gwillimbury. I just spoke with York Police. Queensville Side Road has now reopened west of Leslie. There's a crash involving a motorcycle, but thankfully it wasn't very serious. Not having monthly fees means no monthly fee increases. Switch to a Simply Financial no-fee checking account and earn $200. Conditions apply. Visit simply.com. Next report at 10:11, and with the forecast, here's Jill Saylor.
Lots of sunshine, just a beautiful day. The guaranteed high 27 degrees. Mainly clear this evening. Could get some showers though overnight. 17 for the low. For today, the guaranteed high 27. Right now in downtown Toronto, sunny and 21 degrees. 680 News Time, 10:03.
The Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
There's no crowd, no cheers, but the opening ceremony for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games continues this hour. Some of the music, from procession now represented from Japan's biggest contributions to the modern world, video games. Familiar tunes from games like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Sonic the Hedgehog. Athletes took to the stadium floor.
So trying to make today's ceremony fun. I play something that has nothing.
Limiting their ability to turn ads hasn't yet been felt. It's a reminder about the nature of the left, about how cheap they are, about how shallow they are, and how they really don't, that one, they don't have an impact, but they do create an environment that's miserable and divisive, as you noted.
I want to move on to another, I'm going to call it a hot topic, and it really is a hot topic. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki insists the administration is not pushing critical race theory. Watch this.
It was an error in a lengthy document to include this citation. The specific site does not represent the administration's view, and we don't endorse the recommendations of this group. And I believe it's been removed or is in the process of being removed.
Hey, what do you say to that then?
Yeah, you know, it's like they got caught. It's like, oh, it wasn't us. That wasn't me that did that. Yeah, you notice what's missing in her statements too is her rejection of that theory. At no point did she say we don't agree with that. That is not just that we don't endorse it, is that we reject this because it's divisive. Another dynamic where the left doesn't have the depth to be able to say something serious. Now, of course, they want to say that, but we hear it coming from all parts of the administration. We hear it coming from schools around the country. We hear it coming from the mouths of people who are leading Democrats, and that's what they want to do. I mean, this is a vacuum of leadership. You know, with Donald Trump, you know, we knew where he stood. We knew what the values were. With Joe Biden, it's always about the kind of pulling the curtain over, not really saying, oh, we don't believe in any of that. Well, and effectively doing the opposite by not condemning it, by not taking a position. You notice it's just like it's like she said nothing within that. Oh, we don't endorse it. It doesn't reflect our views. What about saying this is bad for America? This is bad for children. It does tell you, Stu, that they've seen the polls. That it tells you that they know, and this is even worse, that Americans don't want this, that parents don't want it, but they're willing to allow it to happen anyway.
I sometimes wonder what's happening to our great country. But Tammy Bruce, you're setting us straight, and we appreciate that. I'm glad you're on the show. See you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Gotta get back to those markets and look at them go. Dow's up at 34,900. Nasdaq's up. S&P is up. And Jonathan Honig is with us now. I got a bone to pick with you, Honig. Last week, you know what's coming. Last week, you say you were cautious about the market. Indeed, as it was about to go down on Monday morning. Now you say the market seems almost unstoppable. You turned on a dime, Jonathan.
Well, look, I'm still short, and I'm still getting my keister handed to me. But as you said, Stuart, I was cautious, and I've been dead wrong. This market does seem unstoppable. You called it a melt-up, and I'm looking at stocks like Target, Eli Lilly, McDonald's, Google, Microsoft, all at either all-time highs or 52-week highs, and that's bullish. So the market is still in bull mode, but the momentum has slowed, Stuart. Only about 40% of stocks now are above their 50-day moving average. So I'm waiting for tech earnings, as you talked about, going to be very hot next week. I'm also watching Bitcoin. The market rallied once Elon Musk started pumping Bitcoin, and it rallied. So I still think Bitcoin is the canary in the coal mine, the early warning indicator. When it drops, the market will drop as well.
I'm sure you saw Jack Dorsey, the Twitter guy, saying that Bitcoin will be a big part of Twitter's future. I think he said you got to invest aggressively in Bitcoin. That's what he's saying. What do you make to that?
Well, you know, Jesse Livermore was a famous stock investor. He had a saying. He said, when in doubt, stay out. And I'm staying out of cryptocurrency. And Stuart, in my opinion, this might be one of those situations where the technology succeeds, or like the internet, but the Bitcoin price, like a lot of the internet companies, don't succeed. Put it all against the backdrop of increasing regulation, not just over Bitcoin, but over big tech, taxing and spending for the Biden administration. I just think for me now is not an ideal time to be putting a lot of money into new speculative investments, especially Bitcoin.
Got it. Jonathan Honig, we will see you next week, and that's a promise, and we'll be watching those big tech earnings very closely. Thanks, Jonathan. See you soon. Thank you. Put this up on the screen. Blackstone closed that's an all-time high for the stock of $112 a share. By the way, multiple analysts raising their price targets. Deutsche Bank, Piper Sandler, Morgan Stanley, by the way, thinks it's going to $124 per share. Full disclosure, I own a thin sliver of Blackstone, and I've done very well with it. Thank you very much indeed. Shall we Pfizer? Todd is with us this morning, right? He'll be with me for the hour, by the way. Glutton for punishment, this guy. Do we know how effective the Pfizer jab is against the Delta variant?
We got some numbers, and it's from a pretty reliable source. If you get 2 shots of Pfizer, your protection against Delta is strong. That, according to a study in the New England Journal of Medicine, that found the shots were 88% effective against the Delta variant, 93.7% effective against the Alpha variant. For those receiving only 1 dose of Pfizer, though, it was only 30.7% effective against Delta. That's a huge drop. Delta, of course, as you know, over 200% more transmissible than the original coronavirus, that according to health officials.
So you've got to get out and get a second shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to just get one.
You got to make it.
said.
I'm vaccinated, fully vaccinated. I encourage others to do the same.
Likewise.
Yeah. Thank you. Italy introducing green COVID passes. What do you have to do to get one of those passes? What do you have to do to show?
Yeah, they are coming to Italy. You need to show them when you have gotten at least one jab, have tested negative, or if you recovered from COVID entirely. But starting next month, you're going to need to show this pass at gyms, swimming pools, sports stadiums, museums, spas, casinos, cinemas, basically almost anywhere, eating indoor restaurants. You also need to show a pass. The number of new coronavirus infections in Italy has doubled over the past week. Obviously, here in the States, a lot of pushback to this notion of a pass.
Yes, a lot of pushback against it, but I think you're going to get a lot of pushing for it as we try to bring people back to work. I don't agree with the vaccine passport, but I can see it coming here and being pushed big time.
And remember, if you run a business and you're a private company, you can force this, right?
Yes, because if you get people back to work and one of them gets COVID, they sue you, the employer.
And lawyers are looking their jobs right now. Sadly, that's the state of affairs.
You're going to see the greatest class action suit this world has ever seen. Here it comes. All right, thanks very much, Tom. Stay there, please. The mayor of Portland mocked for his plans to hold a Welcome Back festival after a year of violent riots. We'll bring you the story. Plus, White Castle, so desperate for hires, workers, they're calling old applicants from years ago, trying to get them back. First, though, we're going to show you Ryan Lochte, 12-time Olympic medalist. He just missed this year's Olympic Games, but he says he has no desire to retire anytime soon. He's on the show.
XM presents an exclusive podcast. Comic-Con begins.
Comics, science fiction, monster movies, Star Trek, fantasy, Star Wars.
Learn how a group of high school comic book fans
Children were going to the back of a dirty bookstore.
started what became the biggest annual pop culture event in the world.
Things are running high now. Comic-Con changed my life.
Comic-Con begins, a 6-part series. All episodes available now on the SXM app. Download today, free for most subscribers.
Hey everybody, Mark Yeager at Redland Cotton. The other day I was in a big city and this guy asked me if I was woke. I said, sure I'm woke. I slept on Redland Cotton sheets last night and I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. How can you not be woke after a great night's sleep on Redland Cotton? This guy just rubbed his man bun and said he was going to buy some too. Get woke, America. Go to redlandcotton.com. That's redlandcotton.com.
To you, my love, my heart I surrender just as soon as I deal with yonder fender bender, cause my ice cream truck is the way I make cash. So I'll buy you a ring when I lose this dress rash.
Owning a small business isn't always as lovely as it sounds, but at least Progressive Commercial saves you money with personalized discounts. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
I'm gonna make you so happy. So that next year, I hope.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Summer's in full swing and we have the coolest new shirts for the warm weather at Untuckit, including performance shirts and wig sweat short sleeve styles to meet the heat and our comfortable polos. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn on top, so they're just the thing to look and feel cool in the summer heat. And Untuckit shirts are perfect as we transition back to the things that we've been missing, like dinner with friends, reuniting with family, and vacations too. When the heat is on, the #1 shirt to keep you cool is Untuckit. Use code COOL for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com or over 80 Untuckit stores.
2020 was crazy. Online ordering, local delivery, and pent-up demand for sports fan gatherings has created an amazing opportunity. If you thought about owning your own sports bar franchise, but don't want to commit to a low-time $1 deal, there's a lower startup, lower break-even full-service sports bar franchise option. Wings Etc. in Raymond. Wings Etc. offers the best sports bar features of a full bar, family dining, diverse menu, sports programming, even gaming, all backed by a rock-solid and proprietary training, operations, and marketing system. With over 70 locations in 11 states and actual growth in 2020, Wings Etc. may be your ticket. With a minimum net worth of just $500,000 and $200,000 in available cash, cash. You may qualify to be part of the lower startup or break-even sports bar franchise, wings, etc. Find out more at betterwingsfranchise.com. That's betterwingsfranchise.com.
This is not an offer to sell franchise. Offer can be made only by delivery of a franchise disclosure document. Some states require registration of franchise disclosure documents in advance. The offer franchises and leads where our franchise disclosure document is registered if required.
Too many patients, unfortunately, have lost their lives by not having access to targeted cancer treatment. Most patients do not know all of their options. Envida's precision immunotherapy, genomics, and non-invasive surgery are working to protect and extend lives. I'm Dr. Dino Prado, and I personally welcome you to utilize our precision second opinion and discover if Envida is right for you. Visit us at envida.com, envita.com.
You're listening to SiriusXM Radio. This is SiriusXM Radio.
Rally underway this morning. Let's tackle this some more.
You can't afford to miss a moment of Fox Business, so scan the code on your screen and download the free Fox Business app.
Look at that market. We're up 80 points.
Packed with breaking stories, smart insight, and the market's latest moves.
Fox Business Alert.
About 64 points up and down here.
The Fox Business app puts it all in the palm of your hand. Wherever you go, you can stay in the know. Download the Fox Business app from your app store or scan the QR code on screen now.
Anytime, anywhere.
Guardians?
All U.S. states. Straight ahead, more of your top stories. A high-profile attorney is on trial representing himself. That's coming up.
You're listening to SiriusXM Radio.
Are you a business owner struggling to keep up with your monthly bookkeeping and payroll? Or are you tired of paying your accountant outrageously high hourly rates? At Finance Pal, we specialize in secure cloud-based accounting, payroll, and tax services. For small businesses and franchisees nationwide looking to spend more time focused on growing their business and becoming more profitable, rather than worrying about keeping their books. With Finance Pal, you can outsource all your accounting, payroll, bookkeeping, bill payment, and tax needs for one low, affordable, flat monthly fee. Our bookkeeping packages start as low as $120 a month. Finance Pal will assign you your own dedicated accountant that handles everything for you and provide you with the tools to make sure you track all expenses and maximize your tax savings. Get started without any startup costs or long-term commitment. The setup is very easy. For a free quote, go to financepal.com or call 800-368-4308. That's 800-368-4308. Finance Pal, the only friend your business needs.
Invest in your business news. Updates anytime, day or night. Fox News headlines 24/7. SiriusXM channel 115.
High-profile attorney Michael Avenatti on trial in Southern California.
Attorney Michael Avenatti, who's representing himself in his fraud trial, questioned one of the prosecution witnesses, a man who says Avenatti didn't disclose that he won a $4 million settlement and, as his attorney, didn't pay him the full amount. Avenatti reminded him of how he paid his rent and found him a house and paid for other necessities, reminding the witness that he once testified during a deposition 8 years ago that he suffers from mental